what are we doing? We'll wait and see. Let's get warm. Let's get warm, okay? If you turned up tonight because you read that thing that said the hardest workout ever, pity you, okay? Because that's not what we're doing tonight. It is not the hardest workout ever. Every workout should be the hardest workout ever. You put the work in, you make it that way. Or it's the easiest workout ever if you turn up and take it easy. That's the beauty of these home workouts, okay? And that's why some people say, ah, it was all right, and other people can barely crawl out the living room. Okay, so without further ado, let's loosen off because we're going to spend our usual time getting nice and mobile, because for some people this is the only mobility they'll ever do, ever. Okay, so usual stuff, we're going for the big three. I'm getting myself set up now. You know the fundamentals of this stretch by now, okay? So I want you to play around with it. Try different positions where your feet go wider, go narrower. Try different ways to make it better for you, okay? Because it's very much an individual thing. Now, the main fundamental is there. Push the hips back, trying to push the weight down onto the heels, and with those hands, push those hands away from the body, okay? Don't just hold a kind of pinned between your hands and feet position. You're trying to enhance it, so you've got to put a bit of effort into this one. To enhance it further, you can twist the torso side to side, in which case you're going to feel potentially, again, because everybody's different, you might feel the groin starting to fire up, as well as, of course, your upper back muscles if they're feeling a bit tight. Okay, if you've been sitting with a kind of stoop or you've got bad posture, you'll probably find when you do those side twists, it's pretty damn tight in at those armpit areas. Okay, fantastic. Continually pushing back, and then I'm going to bring my feet together and slowly begin the transition of dropping down. A lot of people just drop the hips. If you can see me now, observe. I'm pushing up. I'm trying almost to pop my spine out through my shoulder blades and then slowly drop and push up through. Okay, so rather than just sink the hips, try to feel and get some benefit out of the transition itself. Now the idea is you're pushing through your toes and you're pushing through your fingers, pushing through the hands, sorry, to try and get yourself as high as you possibly can. Okay, it's not just a half-arsed, let's see how far back we can lean back and hurt our lower back. We're trying to put in a decent bit of effort to feel that stretch, and you must point the nose up as high as you can to feel that stretch running down the front of the neck, which is another area that gets pretty damn tight that people don't even think about. Okay, so focus on your breathing, and then I'm going to bring my feet, for me, roughly shoulder width apart. For you, might be different. I'm going to return back into that original position, taking the stretch just that wee bit further. Now, I'm going to enhance it. I'm going to take my left hand, and I'm going to reach across my body to try and grab my right leg. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm not breaking form. I'm enhancing the stretch, okay? So if you can't grab your leg, don't just give up on it. Don't just decide, oh, I won't bother doing it because I can't reach it. Okay, you're still going to try. You're still going to get a damn good stretch. Okay, pause, release, change arms, stretch, feel the stretch, pause, release. Okay, and hopefully that is enhancing the stretch for you. It depends how wide you've got your feet, where you'll feel it. But we're looking for a nice balance between hamstrings, groin, and also into the lower back, if you can feel that. Okay, and we're going to transition down one more. Drop down those hips, push up through the nose. Fantastic. Good. So tonight is going to start off real chilled, okay? Because Thursday used to be the low intensity / recovery workout. And for the first round, it very much is that. And it's very much going to feel like that. And all we're going to do tonight is change timings a little bit. So we're going to start off pretty low intensity. Okay, then we're going to create a deficit in rest. So things are going to start getting a wee bit more tiring, but very much manageable. I want you to walk these hands in towards your feet and do not give up. Don't just stand up when it feels like you hit a sticking point. Work through it, get something out of it. Let's get it done. Good, fantastic. Stand up, shake out. Yes. Okay, there we are now, fantastic. So feet together, knees soft, stand up tall. We're only doing one of these. We are only doing one of these tonight, okay, because it's going to be a bit longer tonight because the workout's a bit more slow paced to begin and end with. So we're going to speed this warm up a little bit. That means this one that you do is going to be the best one and you're going to make the most of it. So do not rush getting down and do not rush coming back up. Stand up tall, stand up proud. Shoulder blades pulled not only together, but down, okay? Feel them lock in nice and tight. And then I'm going to tuck my chin in. From here, I'm just going to slowly begin that process that I'm more than familiar with by now, hopefully, of just trying to roll my spine up into a ball. And the key point with this is you're always trying to lead with that chin tuck. So don't try and go down, try and roll up. When you get to a point you feel you can't go anymore, That is when I want you to put your arms behind your legs, slowly pull yourself in, slowly straighten out the legs, tuck the chin in more, and no one should be stood up at this point, okay? We're trying to get the best out of this. If your lower back, glutes, hammies are feeling tight, this is a perfect chance just to give them a wee bit of a warm-up, okay? A wee bit of a head start before we start moving through our dynamic stretches and release when you're ready. Good work. Nicely done. Right, let's warm the knees up. Feet together, knees soft, hands on the knees. Push forward slowly, especially if things are feeling a wee bit slow and tender and stiff. Just take your time to begin with, okay? There's no major rush. I'm not locking my knees out, but I'm not far off it. I'm just stopping short of locking out, and then I'm pushing forward, okay? And the idea is the reason we're keeping our knees together and pushing them together is so that we don't start going ski-whiff, okay? We're trying to keep this nice and central and nice and balanced. So warming up the knee joint itself, but also the ankles to some degree as well. And I'm sure if your ankles are pretty jammed up tight, you probably feel them restricting you going further than what you can actually do with this anyway. Okay, so pushing forwards. If you are feeling those ankle stretch kick in, hit. Okay, keep trying to push through it. Think of it as a dynamic stretch with the leg swings. We're trying to take it just that wee bit further each time. Good, fantastic. And then get the quads loosened off. Hand onto the foot. Where the laces are tied, should you be wearing shoes? And then I want you to put your knees together. First and foremost, squeeze the butt through. Just like this morning when we were explaining how to stretch out those hip flexors, it comes from squeezing through with the hips, not by leaning back. Okay, so feel that stretch. On with the butt, off with the butt. That's the butt squeeze. I mean, squeeze through, relax, squeeze through, relax, and each time you're just trying to go for max contraction. Okay, trying to stretch out as much as you can. And then when that feels like it's starting to loosen off a wee bit, we're going to change legs. So it's very much, most people are probably going to find to some degree a bit of tightness in those quads. It's not a static hold, we're just off and on, dynamic by squeezing the butt through. Try to keep our balance as best we can. So most people will feel some form of tightness maybe in there, some more than others, okay? Shake it out there, feet roughly shoulder width apart. Let's begin with squats. So if you're feeling stiff, sore, tight, take your time with it, don't rush it, okay? Do as many of these as you need, but focus on getting a stretch out at the bottom here, okay? Because that's where we're going to feel things tight. Rather than just go down and up with your bad form, bad posture, try to fight and break into a deep squat with good form and good posture. So I'm squatting down, trying to achieve the perfect squat, okay? And as I go down, you're going to start feeling things potentially, not always, not everybody, starting to feel things starting to shift, okay? Starting to either throw you forward or throw these knees in. Whatever you may be, when you get to that point that your squat starts to deteriorate, you get the elbows, you get them into the knees, and you pull those knees apart. It's not just a case of wedge, okay? I want you to pull, really try and get those knees apart, okay? Not only pulling them apart with the elbows, but try to pull the knees themselves out wide, okay? Because we should be activating those glutes by doing so in the first place, okay? Our elbows aren't there when we squat regular, so it's up to our glutes to pull those knees apart, okay? So get those glutes fired up, force the chest up, pull the knees apart. If you're that wide that your knee is closer to you than your foot, you need to bring your stance in a little bit, okay? You're going to end up getting dodgy knees. We're going to do as many of them as you need to, but I'm only going to do 2, and I'm holding them for a decent bit of time. Okay, so if you need to come up and out, up and out, up and out, you do what you need to do. But I encourage you to get a good hold, try to enhance the hold, try to take it further and further and further, rather than up and down like a yo-yo. Good. Oh, another way to enhance this, I always forget to tell you this one, I've been sitting on this one a while. So as I'm here now, if you watch me, I can pull that knee away itself, bring it back, pull that knee away itself, bring it back. That's another way to enhance the stretching. Oh, feeling that good. As you start doing that, you might find that your hips, each time you bring your leg in, just start dropping down, and dropping down as we start to mobilize the groin, okay? Swings, side swings, toe touches, the important ones. Take your time with them. You know the sequence. Make sure you're getting a good quality stretch on every swing that you do. So I'm starting off, finding where that stiffness kicks in, if any, and just trying to loosen it off, okay? So if you're ever, because I know some people don't like to warm up, and that's an individual choice, but let's say you don't have a lot of time, or you really don't want to warm up, I'd always recommend at the bare minimum, you get your leg swings in, your side swings, and your toe touches, okay? Because you will feel a difference when you do them if you do them properly. And we're getting a lot of muscle groups fired into these movements. So there's no rush. I'm only just changing my legs now. Enough time for things to feel like they're starting to flow pretty well for you. And into our side swings, it's the same idea. Always trying to keep that pelvis solid where it is. Don't let it start swaying around or tilting. Movement's coming from the leg itself. And if you don't feel any tightness or stiffness and you're feeling pretty mobile, still do at least 10 per leg at least. Okay, it's not just about trying to loosen us off, it's about warming those muscles up through a full range of movement. So it's not just a case about stiffness, you're feeling stiff, so that's why we're doing it. We're not, okay? So we're going for one of the more important movement patterns, okay? That's hip hinge. So I'm pushing my hips back, touch, okay? And just begin with a few ground taps first, and when things start to feel like they're flowing well, then break form. But separate it, okay? So when you're pushing back and you go to break form to reach behind to get the lower back in, don't blend it, okay? Get that perfect. Push the hips back, stretch, then bring the lower back into it. Stretch, lean back, squeeze through with the bum, okay? So let's, hopefully, if you have been doing this and you have been paying attention, you're coming up and you're squeezing the butt to lock the hips out, and sometimes you go, oh, I wasn't even thinking about that, it was just happening. That's what we're after. And if it's not, it may well be because you're thinking about it now, but when you're doing all those other exercises, you're just trying to get through them. You're just trying to get through the reps. You're fatigued. You can't be arsed thinking about it, okay? That's why it's important we start building these movement patterns into our daily everything that we do, okay? Thank you very much. Don't know why I'm saying thank you very much like it's the end. If only it was. Right, okay. Jogging on the spot. Woo! Good. Come on. So, nice and light on the feet, okay? My feet aren't quite all the way off the ground. Okay, for those of you with tight ankles, we need to be careful here. Nice and light on the toes and start building it up, okay? So we're kind of actively stretching the ankles at the same time here. So really think about pushing through the toes, warm up those ankles, calves, okay? Good. And this is a chance to focus on your breathing. Start getting in the zone, start getting in a rhythm with it. So, okay, good. And then we're bringing these chest swings in. Arms across the chest, pull. Okay, we're pulling the arms back. We're not just swinging them and throwing them. We're pulling them back, squeezing the shoulder blades, squeezing the shoulder blades. That's all we're squeezing. Good, fantastic. And once that starts to feel like it's flowing pretty well, straight arms up. And as always, what's getting squeezed together and pulled down? Shoulder blades the whole time. Don't let them come undone. Try to feel if there's any tightness. Right, okay, that's feeling a wee bit tight. I'll make a mental note of that. That's going to be my homework for the weekend. So here we go, arms to the side, shoulders, pull together, squeeze down. Same process, okay? Good, because we're trying to keep this movement in the joint itself and stretch out any of the muscle groups that might be making us feel tight and affecting that movement, okay? Such as, okay, bending the arms, shrugging the shoulders, okay? Those are all the telltale signs. We need to loosen ourselves off a little bit. Steady the feet there, shoulder shrugs, pull them back, big circles, nice and dynamic, pulling. I want you to really think about emphasizing, okay, pulling those shoulder blades. Then forwards we go, same again. Push them forwards, push them down, pull them up. Try to go as far as you can. Good, and then steady the feet completely. Tuck the chin in, feel that stretch on the back of the neck, and just try to work that round the full neck, taking your time. Don't rush. Keep the shoulders level. Don't lean with the stretch. Take your time here. Again, some people will feel this okay. Other people, they'll be thinking, yep, I do like this one. I need this one. Always feel that tension and tightness in my upper traps. Good. 60 seconds, everybody. Keep yourself warm. Any additional stretches you want to do. Any admin you need to do, such as opening up a window or putting the local wildlife in a cupboard, do so now, please. This is going to be a very dynamic workout tonight. We're going to practice some of the exercises before we start so that everybody knows what we're doing. But apart from that, Let's get the show on the road. You're going to need a chair, but you should have one handy by now. You're going to need a chair, I do apologise. Don't run away though if it's at the other end of your estate. If you've got a bench or some means of doing bench dips, great. If you don't, it doesn't matter, okay? In fact, I'll probably alternate with you. You can do close-handed press-ups rather than, okay, if it's going to take you all day to get a chair, I say a chair, coffee table, something pretty sturdy that you can do your dips on. That is the only equipment we're going to need. I do apologise, I forgot about that tonight. I even sat it right there so I wouldn't forget. So this is what we'll be doing, we're bench dips. Okay, so, I just realised, I've got stacks of time in between this to get you going. So 30 seconds and we're going to begin, everybody. The first round is just exactly like classic low intensity workout. If you've not done one of them before and you've been doing a lot of the intense ones, this is going to feel real strange. We're going to be doing 30 seconds on and then 30 seconds off. 30 seconds off is a huge amount of time. Equal work, equal rest. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel chilled. It's almost going to feel like trickery. It is trickery because we're only doing one round of it, okay? In 5 seconds, we're going to be doing spot sprints. But instead of sprinting with the arms, we're going to be punching over the head. Go. So it looks like this. I want you fast. I want you dynamic. Yep, we've started. Come on, let's go. So I don't want you thinking about this. Don't want you looking like this. Doot. Okay, get yourself going. This is not aqua aerobics. This is home workouts. And it's best you go for this. It's not a low intensity workout. We're still working as hard as we can. The exercises don't make it easy. The 30 seconds rest makes it easy. So go. 5 seconds already and we're done with this one. Make sure you're locking those elbows out. Make sure you're pulling them all the way down. 30 seconds rest. Listen to me. Inchworm, mountain climber, press ups. Pay attention. I walk out into this position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press up. Walk in. Squeeze the butt. Squeeze the butt. It's an inchworm with 4 mountain climbers. 1 press up, and then you stand up and repeat. Happy with that? Oh, so much time. 3 seconds, and we're going to get into this. Stand by. Go. I'll walk out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press up. Top tip. Keep your feet, even when you're doing those mountain climbers, shoulder width apart. Okay? Because you're going to need that shoulder width stance to stand back out your inchworm. Press ups, of course, can be done on the knees. Make sure your mountain climbers are perfect. Stand by, 30 seconds. Breathe, walk around. So if you've never done a low intensity workout, this is what it's normally like for the first round anyway. Third exercise, it's squats. Classic squats. I want you to slow them down. I want you to focus on all the things I'm always harping on about. Be conscious of them. Try to build that into your daily routine with your squats. Okay, so don't just rush out any old nonsense. We're going to go in 3 seconds. Body weight squats. Down we go. So when you're going down, you're driving your toes hard into the ground. So that's where foot, as I descend into my squat, I keep the weight distributed across the whole foot, i.e., I'm not drifting onto my toes. What I want you also to start thinking about now is with your feet, I want you to screw them into the floor, okay? And when you screw them into the floor, you'll feel your glutes activate a bit more, bringing a bit more stability and power into your squat, okay? So we're screwing those feet into the floor, even when you're stood here now. Feel that tension running up here. It's going to stabilize you. It's going to get more power in. It's going to get these bad boys fired up. Next exercise is a slow, I will say it, slow bicycle crunch, okay? So it's meant to be hard, quality contractions. I've been talking about this before. Opposite elbow, squeeze. Opposite elbow to knee, squeeze. Okay, we're after quality squeeze contraction. If that means you have to relax, so be it. Go. Squeeze. I want you to pull that knee up. I want you to twist the core. Okay, so see the tempo I'm going at here? And I'm trying to keep my upper back and my shoulders well off the ground here. So make sure you're getting a good twist. Not only just that, but squeeze, okay? Imagine someone's going to punch you in the stomach while you're doing this. We're trying to get a quality squeeze, and this is tough if you do it properly. Good. Fantastic. So don't be doing it all soft. Try to get a squeeze turn, okay? Good work. Next exercise, it's a sprawl and punch. We like this one, okay? So we're not doing a lot of big dynamic jumping around exercises tonight. We're toning it down, okay? But what will make it harder is when we start playing around with the timings. Next exercise, we sprawl out, we jump up, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's of course slow motion. You go as fast as you can. 3, 2, 1, I sprawl out, sprawl in, 1, 2, 3, 4, punching. Okay, these punches, you're trying to make count. Now I encourage for this to keep your hands close together and keep your feet shoulder width apart for the burpee, okay? So it's not a burpee as such. That's why we call it a sprawl. I want your feet out, your feet in, landing on that fighting stance, ready to go, rather than trying to do it like a regular burpee. Get the chest up, fantastic. Good, so that's a good one for raising the heart. Whew. Next exercise. Next exercise is a bench dip, okay? If you don't have a bench, you will do close-handed press-ups. Close-handed press-ups can be done full or on the knees. If you are doing bench dips, make sure, okay, beginners, bring the feet closer. Advanced, move the feet further away. See how my body position changed there? No? Correct, because it doesn't. Make sure you keep your body nice and close to the bench, regardless of how far or close you have your feet. Making sure all that's bending is the elbow. Keep the chest proud. Good. Down under control and punch. Great work, everyone. Strength exercise, so control the descent and punch. Don't go too deep. You don't want to feel your shoulder joint round. Okay, so any lower than 90 degrees for most people, that's usually when that starts to happen. Fantastic. Okay, next exercise. So please enjoy this run through. This run through is almost like a secondary warm-up. Next exercise is a glute bridge. We're focusing on basic movement patterns tonight because I want you to think about the basic movement patterns and what we should be doing. Glute bridge, my pelvis, when I come up, I'm trying to tilt it towards my face, okay, so that I'm further enhancing glute activation. You do not, let's go, up, squeeze, down, up, squeeze, and down. Now a regular glute bridge like we're doing isn't difficult by itself, but when you start adding a considerable squeeze and a quality contraction by driving through the heels, tilting the pelvis towards your face and trying to enhance getting it as high as you can, you're going to feel those glutes getting pretty damn tired pretty damn quick. Okay, so what we should not feel here is your hamstrings burning. Okay, if your hamstrings feel like they're getting tired before your glutes, something's wrong there. Okay, I can tell you what it is, but that's not for today. Next exercise, pay attention to this one. We're taking a familiar one. We're doing plank around the world, where it's one arm, one leg, one leg, one arm, one leg, one leg, one arm. Then we're going to go to the full press up position and do it again. Boom. Now I'm going fast. I want you to slow it down. Stand by. Go for it. So right arm, right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. Left arm out and in. Left leg up and down. Right leg up and down. Right arm out and in. Into the full press up position and repeat the process going around the world. You are the world. Hence why we're going around it. Make sure you don't drop the pelvis. Make sure you don't drop those hips. Okay, so make sure you think about what we're trying to do here. That's why it has to be slow and controlled. From the full press up or an elbow plank, each time you lift a limb off, it should be slow, controlled, and we're trying not to let any movement come into it. Well done, everybody. That's your 8 exercises. Breathe, get some water on board. So if you got that one right, you should be slightly out of breath, very warm, feeling like you've loosened off pretty well, and ready for the next run through, which we're going to take things up a notch, everybody, okay? So that was 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That is our classic template for a low intensity workout, okay? But no one wanted that tonight, so we're going to take things up a notch, and we're going to go to 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Okay, so we're working a wee bit longer, but we're getting 20 seconds rest. So we're getting double amount of work to the rest that we're getting. So as a result, you're going to feel yourself starting to fatigue. Okay, now that's good. So your intensity level, your effort level, shall we call it, never changes. Okay, the only thing that changes is the timings, and I want you to feel the difference it makes to the intensity of the workout, changing the timings and the rest periods. Okay, so that first one, you're still putting in the same work, it's just this time it's for 40 instead of 30. Stand by, spot sprints, punching up, let's do it. So all 8 exercises, okay, I'm going for it now. I've got no excuse, I'm warm, I'm in the zone, I'm doing it. 30 seconds left, let's do it. Work hard, make sure these punches are directly above your head, make sure you're pulling those arms down, stop letting those elbows flare out, pull them down directly underneath the arm, move the feet fast, it's not high knees, it's spot sprints combined with these shoulder presses. Hit, 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 good. Keep going, work hard. It's a long time. There we go. Right, 20 seconds rest. This is going to be fast. In 15 seconds, we're going to do our inchworms with our 4 mountain climbers and our 1 press up, which is either going to be full or on the knees. I want you to go as fast as you can while keeping the quality high. 5 seconds. Are you ready? You're damn right you are. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Well, we're away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press up strict. Really think about that pelvis. Do not let that pelvis sag, and don't lift the pelvis up excessively either. 4 mountain climbers, 1 press up. Squeeze the butt at the top. You know the drill. Keep working, straight into the next rep always. Good, fantastic. So usual, walk around, breathe while you can. You've even got time for a sip of water if you need it. Your next exercise in 10 seconds is squats, okay? So building off of where we left off, drive the toes in hard to the ground, screw them into the floor already, feel that tension, go. Squeeze the butt at the top, chest up proud. With your arms, it's up to you. Okay, I just hold mine here neutral, that's where I like putting them. Everybody's different. If you like them across, you like them out. You might just, I don't know, like them by your side. Whatever floats your boat. I just like to pretend I'm holding a kettlebell because that helps me keep my form nice and correct and keeps me nice and balanced. But that's me. Squeeze the butt at the top. Really think about those glutes working, driving you up and squeezing through. Good work. Next exercise is we're slow bicycle crunches for 40 seconds. That'll be a burner, okay? That'll be a burner. And don't be scared of failing. Do them properly. Don't do them rubbish just to try to avoid failure. Stand by. Squeeze, rotate and squeeze, rotate and squeeze. Okay, boom. Focus on trying to keep it nice and neat. So when you kick that leg out, kick it out straight. When you pull the knee in, pull it in straight. Try not to be all over the shop. Keep it nice and tight. Keep it nice and neutral. And just focus. 1, 2, 1. Keep rotating. Keep squeezing. And don't give up. 5 seconds left. Fantastic. Right, next up, you're either doing bench dips. No, you're not. You're not. You're doing sprawling punches. I'm getting excited. You're doing your sprawl with your punches. So while you can see me, I recommend, it's a sprawl, not a burpee. So I recommend that you have your feet shoulder width apart. You keep your hands close so that you're in, out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, go. That lets you make it flow, basically. Makes it flow. So you don't have to keep moving your feet in and out and in and out. Make sure those punches are counting. So you're never actually standing up straight. And you can hear my breathing. Big breath in on the burpee and get the breathing out. This is the heart raiser. This is the one that should send your heart rate through the roof. And if you remember right, the exercises that follow it are all slow paced. So get this done. And it's pretty chilled after this. Good, walk around. So now it's bench dips or close-handed press-ups. Stand by, everyone. So, just to keep everyone right, I'm going to do close-handed press-ups this time. For those who don't have a bench, stand by, go. Now, your close-handed press-up, it's a case of you putting the hands simply closer than a press-up would normally be. Okay? Sounds daft, but a lot of people, you know, try to put the hands too close and then they can't do a press-up. The idea being, you're going closer, so your triceps have to work harder and your chest doesn't work quite as hard. 10 seconds. Good, stand up, shake out. Next exercise, glute bridges. But try to keep moving. Don't just fall down into the glute bridge position and chill out. You've still got 10 seconds left. Breathe. Good, so remember, it's about a good quality contraction of the core, not the core, the glutes, sorry. Go. It's not about speed. And I want you to really think about driving those feet down into the floor and tilting that pelvis. Squeeze the butt as if you can't lock the hips out far enough. Okay, good quality squeeze, pause, down. Try to be explosive on the way up. Good. So feel those glutes squeezing and burning, which we most definitely should if you're keeping all those principles in mind. Pelvis tilted towards you, driving the feet, and then actively trying to take it higher and higher and higher. Yes, good work, everyone. Right, your final exercise. It's a plank around the world, okay? For those who weren't quite sure, I saw some confusion. You're simply going one arm, one leg, one arm, and then you go back the way you came. Once you've done that full rotation, okay, you're going to go up onto the full press-up position and do the same again. Let's go. Punch out, pull in. So when I lift my leg, I keep it straight, okay? And I'm going slow because the idea being, when I lift each limb off, my body doesn't move, okay? Up into that full press-up position. Once you've done one full clockwise and one full anti-clockwise. And when you're in this full press-up position, that's when you can really be conscious of what's happening with your core. Are those hips lifting up? Don't let them. Are they starting to sag? Don't let them. Teaches you balance, teaches you coordination, and most importantly, builds up some damn good core strength. 40-20 done, okay? 40-20 done. So hopefully you're ending these feeling no bad, because the cardio exercises are at the beginning, the middle of the circuit, and that is it. Okay, so there's a lot of slow control movements tonight. Not saying it's easy, but you're probably finding this circuit not as bad as most of the other ones, okay? And that's the whole point. We're trying to stay away tonight from all these big, dynamic movements, okay, that get your heart rate soaring up. Focus on the basics, use the basics, because the basics work better than any. Right, okay, let's change it up. So the intensity is going to go even higher now, but that most certainly should not put you off. In fact, it should make you more excited. Why? Because you're only going to be working for 20 seconds, everyone. But then you're only getting 10 seconds rest. So this is going to be fast and furious, and it's up to you to push yourself hard, okay? Like I said, you're still putting in the same speed, the same effort as you have done on all the previous circuits, run-throughs that we've done tonight. The only thing that changes is the clock, okay? So you don't just start because it's the 20-second doing half-arse reps to try and go faster. You're going as fast as you can, okay? But you're going as best a quality as you possibly can. Don't speed up and lose form. Stand by. 15 seconds straight into spot sprints with the overhead press. Sort these arms out, okay? I'm still seeing a lot of this going on. Elbows out to the side. Pull those elbows down into your side, okay? That's how we get these movement patterns correct, okay? A lot of people go, 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 go. That came round fast. You've only got 20 seconds. Go, go, go. So it's fast. I want you punching fast. If you move these arms fast, those feet will move fast too. Quick, 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 quick. Get the heart rate up as high as you can, as if it's a challenge. 5 seconds. So short, sharp, intense. Next exercise, inchworm. 4 mountain climbers and a press up. 5 seconds and we go. Get set up, hit it hard. As soon as that buzzer goes, go. Walk out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One strict press up. Straight in. Up and down. Okay, that's all it should be. Up and down. Good. Next exercise, squats. Set yourself up. That's as much time as you've got to get a setup on the way, and we go for it. Fast as you can, but keeping the basics in your head. Think about all those little things you need to work on. Work on them now. Best squats you can do. Relax. Next exercise is a slow bicycle crunch. So start getting down to the floor now. That buzzer is going to go now. So we're still keeping it slow. Don't speed it up just because it's 20 seconds. Contract, contract, squeeze, squeeze. Don't just twist, but keep that tension on. Enhance the brace of the core. Good. Only 3 seconds left. Get a good twist. Brilliant work. Right, your next exercise, we're sprawling punch. This is the one after 20 seconds you should be gasping. Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not trying to get in a rhythm. You're going fast, struggling to breathe, feeling it coming on after every rep. That's what we're trying to achieve. So achieve it. Good. Well done. Right, bench dips or close-handed press-ups. Get ready for it. Again, we're not just repping it out, we're controlling the descent. Go. Down, punch. Down, punch. Keep the chest proud. Don't let it sink. Don't let the shoulders round. Only 90-degree bend, that's all we're after. Any lower, you're risking too much stress and strain on the shoulder for the sake of nothing other than a few centimetres lower. Good. Next exercise is, of course, a glute bridge, another easy one. Okay, focus on it. Good quality reps, stand by. Up, squeeze, down. Up, squeeze, down. Up, squeeze, down. Okay, that might be annoying, but it's getting an idea of what the tempo is you should be going for here. It's not just up, down, up, down. Good. Keep working hard. Doing the best you can, fantastic. Okay, your next exercise is around the world planks. Because it's only 20 seconds, I want you just to do elbows only, okay? Forget coming up, just stay on the elbows, go, punch, in, lift, down, lift, down. That's the speed we should be going at always, okay? So don't bother going into full press up position for this. Focus on the harder variation, which is on the elbows, and focus on that control. Keeping the core tight. Great work. Tell you what, that was nice. 20 on, 10 off. That's how you get through a workout fast. Okay, walk around, catch your breath. Woo. Right, your next circuit, we're going to finish off with what we started with. Okay, so for those of you who loved the low intensity workout of a Thursday, you're kind of getting a bit of that. For those who were after a bit more, you kind of got a bit of that too. So it turns out that you can't please everyone, okay? And if you're not pleased, then you're just too hard to please. So anyway, 30 on, 30 off. Are you ready for it? Everybody feeling good? Yep, nice and chilled to finish with. This is a good workout, isn't it? Stand by, 30 seconds and we go again. All 8 exercises, so this is much longer, simply because we're getting 30 on, 30 off. 8 minutes, okay? But it won't feel like 8 minutes when you're doing it because you'll have so much fun. Okay, if you have a fun, enjoyable time, boom, it's over and done with. That's why all these circuits go so quick. Right, okay, spot sprint, stand by, 10 seconds, you've still got 10 seconds left. Could probably do my hoovering in between the exercises, save a bit of time tonight. 3, 2, 1, you know what it is, let's go, straight into it, 30 seconds, work, work, work. That's it, we're away. So we're punching up all the way, feel that lockout at the elbow, and as soon as you feel that lockout, pull that elbow straight back down. Drive those feet, boom, 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 good. 15 seconds left. So we're back up to working for 30 seconds, but we've got a whole 30 seconds off. Good work. 3 seconds.